Hello, you guys. Welcome to my Androgynous Life, and welcome to a new episode of Ask a Stray Guy. On this new video, my new stray victim is Taylor. He's a guy that I used to work with, and when I invited him to be part of this video, I honestly came into the video with ideas of what his answers were gonna be, but I was totally wrong. And it just reaffirmed me that, again, we shouldn't judge people for being white, cisgender, heterosexual, transsexual, gay, feminine, Latino. You cannot just assume how they're gonna think. So, yeah, he really surprised me. But before we do, I've been listening to podcasts, like a lot of podcasts, and I'm obsessed with them, especially the ones that like entertain me but also like teach me things. Like Every Little Thing is this podcast from Gimlet Media, Every Little Thing, where you call with like the most random question that you have. They do their research, they contact experts, and then they contact you back, and then they record you, and then they make an episode. Well, I call in with the question, where did this whole thing of pink for girls and blue for boys come from? Right? It's like a ridiculous thing that we still do, but we don't know why. Just like tradition, right? We just follow shit because people have been telling us, and we don't get curious. Well, I do get curious and I question things. So, especially dumb shit like that. So I called with the question, they contacted me, we have recorded the answer and everything, and the episode is gonna air next month in June. So yeah, let's start the video. Sorry, I'm being a bitch. Okay, so what's your credit score? And are you single? Just kidding.
I am not.
You're actually gonna answer that.
Why not?
About your credit score, that has nothing to do with it.
I will give you a range.
Do you even know your credit score?
I would say it's in the mid 700s. How about that? And I'm not single. I am engaged to my beautiful fiance.
Real first question. What are the qualities that you look for in a partner?
I would really have to say trust and respect, and just a great personality. How they hold themselves is very important to me. That's what I really look for, is someone that stands out a bunch against the group. So.
Now, what if you meet this ideal person and you find out they are trans?
Genuine thoughts would have been kind of the same thoughts I would have with anyone, is why, when, where, why are you doing it? Not like, is this a natural thing that you've always wanted to do? Have you been putting it off for some time? And ask questions. I think I would ask as many questions as I could. It's, if I'm looking for them as a partner, obviously I am a straight man, but if they're wanting to transition and that's what they want to do, I support that fully. They're being who they want to be, and they're being genuine to themselves, and I won't stop anyone from doing that.
A straight man is still straight if attracted to a trans woman, though.
So are you saying that she is transitioning from being a male to a female when I met her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that would change some things, but genuinely I think there is something special about a person, no matter who they are or what gender they are or what gender they want to be.
Why categorize this ideal woman only as a friend, though?
Like, at the end of the day, like, let's say she's gonna get a vagina.
Yeah.
So, like, what would be the reason? A lot of reasons that will make you.
Yeah.
Take.
I think it was how I was raised. I don't know. That's a hard question. I've never asked.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like,
Yeah.
she's gonna look at the end of the day. She's gonna walk down with her white gown, and there's gonna be a vagina underneath.
Yeah.
Probably like a perfect looking one because it was made brand new.
I fully understand that.
So what? I'm just
think
trying to get to, like, if you can just share the reasons. They're not wrong or bad at all. They're just existent.
No, yeah. I think I think how I was raised as being raised in a Methodist Christian upbringing, I think the standard of having you are male or female has been drilled into me. Now that doesn't mean that I believe that fully, but I think for my future wife, I think that is what I would be looking for. It's nothing against that person. I want them to be who they are. It's just that has been instilled in me through my whole life.
That they have to be born the gender they are.
Yeah. I guess that, I mean, I don't like that. You know?
I know.
But it's hard.
Think a little bit.
It's hard for me to say that.
Yeah.
But
it's hard to.
I think that's the only way that I could say that is the reason why I'm saying it that way.
Okay. When you meet a trans person, do you identify them with the gender they were assigned at birth or the gender they identify?
When I've ever met someone that is trans, I say, okay, what is your name? You can kind of determine what gender they are striving to be or becoming by their name, and I go by that. That's who they are. I don't judge them by what is in their, down below, I guess you can say.
So basically, what I'm getting from you is that you don't spend too much time thinking about it. You just respect what they told me.
Of course, because they're being who they want to be. If I want to be who I want to be, no one should ever stop me from doing that.
Why do you think only 14% of men reported being open to dating trans women?
I think it's for our generation. I think it's the generation of before us, which is our parents. Just like I said previously, it was instilled in me that in a Christian faith, you should date the opposite sex. I think that is still drilled in us, and it's still a growing factor in our lives today.
Well, a trans woman is the opposite sex.
Correct.
But
for the Christian belief, they have a standard of you were born this way, you are that gender. So people still believe in that, and because of our parents believing in that, we believe that, and the only way that we're going to get better at that is if we accept other people for who they are. But anyone's still going to struggle with that. I mean, 14% is not a high percentage.
One of the many reasons I love religion.
Same.
And you know what? It is so funny that you say that. I never thought about it because I see progress in our generation, but I also see a lot of holdback, and it comes down to our parents. Mm-hmm. I think the kids that you bring into this world will be gonna grow up in a more loving, open-minded environment.
And then he schools me on gender reveals. What?
My fiance and I, we want to have kids, but we've always said that we might not have a gender reveal because we're not the people that says this boy is going to be a boy for its whole life. We're going to accept our kids and let them choose what path they want to go on from there. We are very open to that, and we are very accepting of that, because why should we hold back someone that we created to being themselves? You got to think deeper. Just because a boy has a penis and a girl has a vagina, a baby girl, doesn't mean that they are that. They're going to identify as that gender.
Or just gender expectations.
Exactly. When a boy is born, they are going to be a leader. They're going to, fight for everything they can, and they're going to be the man, of the hour, I guess you can say.
And the woman
the woman has to, has those the opposite standards. But that's not true, and I think with progress, we're going to come slowly more and more come to find out that is false.
What would your reaction be to one of your friends dating a trans woman?
It's ultimate respect of that's their choice, and I'm going to love them for who they are. All I can do is choose to respect them and love them for who they are, and respect their partner as well.
Will you see them as less of a man?
No. But again, I don't hold people just like we were just talking about with when a boy is born a boy, I don't try to go by those standards as even if we are like a 27-year-old man myself or a 50-year-old man or wherever you're at and changing. I don't put those standards on someone. Just because you are becoming a woman doesn't mean that you're going to be, you know, whatever standards you may think as a woman.
Okay, but your buddies are talking shit. What do you do?
Now, if they're talking shit, I would probably understand why they view that way.
Oh my god, that is such a good answer. I can't with you.
But why are they talking that way? Why is there something in their past that happened? Is there something religious that might be? Did their parents instill that in them? I would try to get an answer more than just say, you shouldn't talk about it in that way. Because they might have different views. Everyone has their own viewpoint on everything. So that's,
you would first try to understand them.
Exactly. Understand where they're coming from and then give my feedback on what they should probably maybe start doing or thinking in a certain way. I respect everyone for who they are, but not everyone does that, and I know that.
So that was another episode of Ask a Straight Guy. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, feedback. Feel free to comment. Feel free to message me on my Instagram, LV_is_androgyny, or Sassy Nature with a Z at the beginning. And yeah, if you want to see more, check me out there. And again, feedback. All the feedback is appreciated. And you guys have an amazing day. And remember to always stay sexy.